Imagine facing a frumious bandersnatch on a snark hunt. I haven't lost my mind. Those are words that are used by Lewis Carroll in his writings. What if I told you made up words were in the Bible? What if I told you that the book of Job is to serve a greater purpose as a pattern interrupts to the literature that we've been used to up until we get to the book of Job? And it's supposed to communicate an entirely different meaning with regards to our relationship with God. Frumious is a term that Lewis Carroll used when he combined two words like fuming and furious. A snark, a bandersnatch, those are literal made up creatures. Job also has its own version of that. And I talked to Dr. Ryan Armstrong, who wrote a commentary on this, and these are some of the words that are made up, according to scholars, that are not known in the Hebrew language and are featured in the book of Job. What is it? What are some examples of like the words that even Hebrews, when they were reading it in Hebrew, were like, what's going on?
Looking at the Dead Sea Scrolls and comparing it with the medieval manuscripts that we have of the book of Job, it seems like the scribes were very careful in preserving the things that look like mistakes. And even
Like
in today's
them
printed
being like,
editions.
we don't know what this means, but we're gonna write it as it was seen.
Yes. So, for example, when God comes out of the sky, God speaks to Job from the storm wind, and it's all written as one word in Hebrew. It's all written from the storm wind, one word, and the word in the middle, the letter in the middle, it's kind of like from, is written in an odd way that makes you read it all as one word. It would be kind of like if I wrote from the storm wind all as one word, and I put the M in the middle as a capital letter, or something like this, where I'd really try to draw attention to this. And so God comes out of the sky and speaks from the storm wind all in one word, which is odd and unusual. You could call it a mistake, but it seems like it's maybe more than just a mistake. It seems like it's an intentional subversion of your expectations. Another good example of this is actually in the Elihu speeches. Elihu uses a couple of terms here. There's one, pada'ehu, which the Hebrew word pada'ehu, which is people have debated for 2,000 years what the word is supposed to be. There's two words in Hebrew that are pronounced pada. One is with one letter and another was with another letter. So one means to ransom or redeem, and the other means to set free. They're kind of synonyms, but people have just debated which one it is for 2,000 years. You've got the medieval rabbis arguing about which Hebrew word is supposed to be and why it's spelled like this, but you have both letters there when Elihu says it. Both letters are there, but the ehu. And so it's like, wow, why are both of those letters there?